guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Top 10 Most See Places in Scotland, Scotland Travel Guide. This is from 2025 and this is from a channel called Scotland's Wild, so check it out. Only 10 places. I think that Scotland is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, so narrowing this down to 10, I'm very curious to know what kind of places we're going to be seeing. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe. I can't believe places like this exist. They're so pretty. It's kind of crazy. This is nature made and not man-made. It looks as if someone put those stones there.
We're Scotland's Wild. We've led thousands of tours all over this beautiful country, and in this video I'm going to share with you our list of the top 10 places you have to visit while you're in Scotland. So if you're planning on visiting Scotland or you just want to see the most beautiful places you can come and visit, you're in the right place. Stick around to the end of the video where I'll be leaving you some sample itineraries. Scotland really is incredible. Let me show you why.
What is that?
Let's start with one of the most beautiful and accessible locations in Scotland, Loch Lomond.
Oh wow, it's beautiful.
Just a short drive from Glasgow, this famous loch forms part of the Trossachs National Park.
Oh, has 30
It crosses
islands.
the Highland boundary fault line, meaning from certain vantage points you can see both the Highlands and the Lowlands. And it's pretty easy.
I'm constantly hearing about the lowlands and the highlands, and I know they are very specific places, but I have to admit I'm not really sure how they look and what's the difference. I know that obviously they're both in Scotland, but I'm constantly know that, oh, that's Highland culture, or oh, those are lowlanders, but I have no idea what that means.
Easy to tell which is which. While you're here, you should
Wow,
visit
it's
the
beautiful.
village of Luss on the loch side, where you can enjoy the beach, see
That's
sights of the islands off the pier, and even visit a Viking grave.
Viking grave. Oh my
If you're
God.
into hiking,
1263.
the West Highland Way, Scotland's most famous walking trail, passes right by the loch. But if you're not
Oh, it's
willing to
gorgeous.
spend a week hiking the 96-mile route,
Oh, it's a week.
you can climb Connacht Hill, a part of the trail where you'll get incredible views of the loch and countryside. It can be climbed in a few hours and is
beautiful.
well worth it.
It's gorgeous.
There's lots to do and see on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
The border.
You won't be disappointed by adding it as a stop to your
Oh, it's
Scotland
beautiful.
trip.
Yes. How can you be
Next on the
disappointed by this
list
view?
is the dramatic and wild Glencoe.
Oh.
This
yeah,
place is
beautiful.
straight out of a fantasy film with
Yes.
its towering mountains and sweeping valleys.
Those
The
flowers.
drive through the valley is my absolute favorite. It's so beautiful, drivers really have to be careful to keep their eyes on the road. There's another
I think the best way to visit this would be someone drives and you're not driving, because obviously you want to check out everything because it's beautiful.
brilliant hike here into what's called the Hidden Valley. It's where cattle rustlers would have hidden their neighbors' cows after stealing them to make sure they were never found.
Oh my God,
Starting from the
stealing?
Three Sisters viewpoint, the hike takes around 3 to 4 hours round trip, up
short.
past waterfalls and into a vast glen where you'll have the sisters all around you. Glencoe is
Which
also
one are the
home
sisters?
to a recreated 1700s turf house. Head to the Glencoe Visitor
Wow.
Centre to see what life would have been like for Highlanders living in the valley.
Oh my God, it's so, I don't know, rural looking, but this isn't the real one, right? This was a recreation. I can't believe people live like that. Oh my God.
300 years ago. Even on colder days, the turf house is surprisingly cozy.
Oh my God.
And the visitor center is an ideal spot to stop for lunch and marvel at the surrounding beauty.
Can you live there? No, it's a national park.
Harry Potter fans, this one is for you. The Glenfinnan Viaduct is that iconic bridge the Hogwarts Express crosses
Oh, a
in the
bridge.
movies. Even if you're not a Potterhead, the viaduct is stunning in its own right.
Who built this?
You can even ride on the steam train at the right time of year and experience the Highlands in style.
Oh my God, you can do this by train?
Aside from the viaduct, you've got another of the most beautiful views in Scotland, looking out over Loch Shiel, where you'll also find the Glenfinnan Monument, erected to commemorate the 1745 Jacobite uprising. An important piece of Scottish history that I'm sure you'll learn all about when you come to visit.
It's quite. I think a lot of
Glenfinnan
people
isn't
know
far
about
from Glencoe, and so we recommend heading here after passing through Glencoe.
this. Of course, it's raining.
They're both part of our 3-day Isle of Skye tour as we head towards the island. Link in the description for those that are interested in the full itinerary. It's time for a castle. And not just any castle.
How many castles there
You
are?
simply cannot visit Scotland without seeing at least one. And Eilean Castle is a stunner. You may have already seen it on your desktop screensaver, as it's one of the most photographed castles in all of Scotland.
Really?
Perched on its own little island where 3 lochs meet, it's easily one of the most photogenic castles.
Oh my god, how old is it?
You might recognize it from movies like Highlander or The World Is Not Enough. It's an absolute must-see and a great stop if you're on your way or coming back from the Isle of Skye. But more on that next.
I want to know how badly.
There's
how
a
old
long,
this is.
complicated history involved with this castle.
Oh.
It's passed many clan hands many times,
Oh, what's
and
with the
even was
clans?
once destroyed by government forces in 1719.
Oh my god. Okay.
So it's really worth heading across the bridge and into the castle to learn more about its past.
Yeah, I want to know the history of it.
Let's head to Scotland's most beautiful island next, the Isle of Skye. There are so many fantastic places to stop around this island.
Is the Isle of Skye a part of Scotland, or they're? Well, yes, they must be a part of Scotland, but they're not an actual. I don't know. It isn't like another country, right? It's just an isle that's part of Scotland. That's it.
But we're limited in our list, so we've had to narrow it down. Our next location is the Old Man of Storr. This place
impressive.
looks like something from another planet. It's
Yes.
jagged rock formations towering over the landscape. It's about an
Oh, they're
hour
bigger
hike
than-
to reach
bigger
the
than I
top
thought.
and to get the expansive view of the sea and dynamic countryside of the
God, I
island.
love it.
There really is a mystical vibe to this place. Maybe it's the fog that rolls in and out, or the legend that the rocks are the remains of a giant who died
Oh,
there.
I love
Either
it.
way, standing beneath these massive pillars of stone is a surreal experience and makes you feel pretty tiny. You'll probably find yourself stopping every few minutes just to take it in, which is a good thing, as the path leading up to the store is well paved but really steep. While we're on the Isle of Skye, you have to check out Dunvegan Castle.
Another
This
castle?
is the oldest continuously inhabited castle in Scotland.
Someone lives there.
And it's been home
What?
to the chiefs of Clan MacLeod for over 800 years.
MacLeod.
Dunvegan sits right on the edge of a loch, so the view
I'm sorry, but how on earth does it work? Because by this point, if it's been a part of the same family for generations, it's like, I don't know, 2,000 descendants. So who lives there? Who chooses who gets to live there?
views are stunning. Inside, you'll find everything from ancient artifacts, clan history that's been passed down through generations,
Oh, it looks so
and
different.
even a fairy relic. Yes, that's right. There's a genuine fairy flag kept in glass inside the castle.
Oh.
The power of the flag is said to be able to turn the tides of battle and has even been used to cure a cattle plague.
Oh my god, I love it.
But the real magic happens outside, in the castle gardens. Lush, colorful, and full of little hidden paths, it's the kind of place you can easily spend a whole afternoon
I'm sorry, but it's crazy. These are the gardens in the castle, in the castle grounds. That's insane.
exploring.
Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. From the inside, it looks very modern, I think. Especially considering this part.
Next, we're jumping way back in time to Skara Brae, a prehistoric
Where is
village
that?
on Orkney, the second most
Isn't that an
northerly
island?
island of Scotland. This place is older than the pyramids.
Oh my,
Yeah,
oh my
you heard
god.
that right. Skara Brae is around 5,000 years old, and it's one of the best preserved
That's so incredibly old to me that I can't even comprehend. That's just way too old for me, to my brain, to get, a timeline. I can't really do that. It's way too old for me to actually grasp how old this is.
Neolithic sites in Europe. Walking through these ancient stone homes feels like stepping into the distant past.
And how it remained
The
unchanged?
village was uncovered by a storm in 1850, And since then,
1850.
it's given us a glimpse into what life was like in Scotland all those years ago.
This is crazy.
It's so well preserved, you can really see what the day-to-day life would have been like for the inhabitants.
Oh my god.
Orkney itself is definitely the place to explore ancient history
Oh
in
my god, the
Scotland.
thing looks tipped
Aside
over.
from Skara Brae, you can discover numerous burial cairns that you can actually enter into, and
What?
standing stones that you can walk beneath. If you're looking for something off the beaten track, Orkney
I want to know exactly what's the history there with the cairns and all that. I know that, no, this isn't exactly, I could put those things there. What's their significance? I want to know so badly all of it.
really
What
is
this?
somewhere you should consider. It's much lesser known than the Isle of Skye, and so you'll be up against
Oh my
less
God.
tourists while you're there.
Can you do this? What? I'd be so scared.
If
With
you
a
need a
flashlight,
break from
please.
castles and cliffs, the Hermitage in Dunkeld is a perfect escape into nature. This woodland walk takes you through towering Douglas fir trees, some
Oh
of the
my
tallest
God.
in the UK, and leads you to the stunning Black Lynn Falls.
Oh my
This
god.
is
Can I
my
live there?
favorite forest walk in all of Scotland.
It's
It's so
incredible.
serene, the smell of pine and wood is everywhere, and the
I
views
can
of the
smell it.
waterfall and Old Bridge are spectacular. It's one of those spots where you can really lose track of time and reconnect with
Yes.
nature.
It doesn't look
Don't
real.
forget
It can be a
to
place
stop
like
by
this, like this.
Ossian's Hall, where you'll have a perfect view of the waterfall,
Oh, the
and Ossian's
birds.
Cave, where you can try out the hermit life.
Wow.
It's a stop
Yeah.
on a few of our tours, and our guides continually say it's one of the best places that they visit. So make sure you check it out.
Absolutely, yes.
On the Isle of Lewis, you'll find the Callanish Standing Stones, one of Scotland's most mystical sites.
Oh my god, is
These
that a Stone
massive
Age?
stone circles have stood for over 5,000 years, and their exact purpose is still a bit of a mystery. Some say
It's
they were
insane.
used for rituals. Others think
Calendar.
they align with the stars.
Yeah,
Whatever the
calendar.
reason, the Callanish Standing Stones have an otherworldly presence.
What's that
Standing
white
among
thing?
them, you can't help but wonder about the people who placed them here at great
Okay, is that
expense.
snow? What is that?
They're not the only place to see in the Outer Hebrides, though.
my
So
God,
if
this
you're
is beautiful.
planning to take the trip over, make sure you also visit Giranin Blackhouse Village and Dun Carloway Broch.
Oh my
Also,
god.
Luscantar Beach is probably the most beautiful beach in Scotland. We have a tour that takes you up through the Highlands of
It is very beautiful, but I have to admit, when I think of a beach, I'm more of the, I don't know, a margarita, beachy type of style without palm trees and not this type of beach.
Scotland and on
It's
to
beautiful.
the islands of Lewis and Harris for a 5-day trip. You can see the full itinerary in the link that I'll leave in the description. Last but not least, we've got Sinclair Castle, found at the end
Yet
of
another
the world.
castle.
Well, or at least the end of Scotland, on the rugged cliffs of Caithness. This castle is in ruins now, but it still has that
Oh.
wild, untamed beauty that
Ooh.
makes it worth the trek. The
my
first
God, I
time
love
I
this.
visited this ruin, I walked along the cliffside in foggy weather, listening to the waves crash beside me, as suddenly this massive shape appeared off
that
in
the Moors?
distance through the fog. The setting is just unreal. Imagine standing on a cliff with the North Sea crashing below and the wind whipping around you as this jagged, ruined structure towers above you. You can even
I'm
go
scared
in
of it
and
falling
explore
over.
ruins, look out at the sea from the broken ramparts, and wonder what it would have looked like back in the day.
Wait, yeah, how old is this?
A list like this wouldn't be complete without a good ruin to visit. If ruins are more your thing, consider also checking out these. That's our
Okay, I
top
love
10
those things.
locations to visit in Scotland. But there are so many more places to visit. Here's another list of some honorable mentions that we couldn't fit into the video. Scotland is much more vast than you might think, and it's so dense with incredible places to visit. You could spend weeks, if not months, exploring.
Yes, there's so many things.
But we realize that not everyone has that time, so we've condensed some of our favorite locations into this list. If you're looking for an expert tour guide and a set itinerary where you can sit back and be taken on an unforgettable journey, consider taking a tour with us at Scotland's Wild. You can even grab our free Itineraries of Scotland booklet from the link below. I'll also leave links in the description to some of our best tours that include many of the locations mentioned in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck planning your next epic adventure to Scotland.
Yeah, this was beautiful. I'm thinking I wanna go to Scotland right now. This was stunning. Where do I choose from? I think I love the fact that even though it's only 10 places, and they were mentioning, yes, there are so many other places you can very popular places in Scotland that obviously people can visit. There's Loch Ness, and there's like Inverness and Edinburgh and all of the other cities. But it's kind of funny to me that this list, it was incredible, absolutely a must-see, and they're not even like the top sort of ranked most popular places to visit. So it just tells me how many things there are in Scotland. It's just so much beauty. You're surrounded by so many beautiful things. And it's not just, again, if you actually, again, this is not even getting into the cities and the towns, because obviously if you ever go to Scotland, of course you're going to visit those as well. You're going to go to the more popular cities or the bigger cities, because of course, you have to get there somewhere. When you arrive, you have to get to a city. And also, again, because they're very beautiful. And yes, they're very, I don't know what I said about Scotland, but there's something about the country and the place that is just so, I can't explain it. There's just an oldness to it, which I know it sounds crazy, because obviously there's other places in the UK which of course are just as old or even a little bit older. And when I mean that, I mean the cities and the towns and just the places and all the, I don't know, all the buildings or the structures and whatever. But it's just something about Scotland in particular that it just makes it so ancient. I don't know, all the places, all the valleys, all the woods, all the cities. There's just something about it that you feel as if you travel back in time, you travel back to the past, because everything's so antique looking, everything's so, I don't know, ancient in a beautiful way, in the best of ways. But it's just something very particular that I've noticed about Scotland, is that it has that quality of everything. It's so old in the greatest of ways, but it's just something that I don't know if a lot of places have this actually. And again, even in the UK, which I know obviously there are places that are so incredibly old, but Scotland in particular, I think, has this. Everything just looks very old. So it just makes it so charming in turn, because you feel as if, oh my God, did I travel back in time? What is this? Everything's so old. And I don't mean old in the sense of, I don't know, 200 years ago, which are old, but it's not that old actually. 200, 300 years ago. That's really, again, maybe it's kind of crazy. And I always say this, but in the great scheme of things, I don't feel as if 200, 300 years is really that much. It's sort of, well, I mean, it wasn't yesterday, but at the same time, it didn't happen, thousands of years ago. So in this case, it's kind of, oh my God, no, when you're walking around these places, you're actually feeling as if, no, this is ancient history, not even just, 300 years ago. No, this is old, as in old for real. And you can see that for instance, in the standing stones. This is so incredibly old. I don't know why it isn't that popular, well, as popular as Stone Age. They remind me a little bit of Stone Age, so I don't know if it was the same people that built it, or it was a culture that was similar to the ones that built Stone Age. But I've never heard of them, so I'm surprised that, but how come this isn't as popular as Stone Age? I would believe, I know, just by the glimpses of it I could see, I don't know if it's not a competition, right? It's not as if, this is nicer than the others. But I kind of prefer this one to Stone Age. I don't know. I think probably the Stone Age ones are a little bit bigger. And obviously they have different characteristics and different elements, because of course, all the scientists and everyone, historians, whatever, they know, they probably look very different to them. But to me, again, to my untrained eye, it's sort of, again, I can see it's not the same. But I don't know, I kind of like them a little bit better. I love the white in the ground. I don't know if it's snow or if it's just, the stone, it is limestone. I have no idea. But oh my God, the place itself, I kind of prefer it. It just looks a little bit nicer than Stone Age. But again, that's just my preference. I just think it looks a little bit prettier. The whole surrounding areas. And no, that Stone Age is ugly, obviously. But I don't know. I was charmed by all these clips, and it just makes me I think this one's a little bit better. I don't know. I want to see this instead of Stone Age if I ever go to the UK. I don't know. The others, the Hermitage, that's incredible. I think that's one of the places in which, he was mentioning, people, I think it's one of people's most favorite places, and I can see why. it's just so, I don't know, my mind cannot even sort of comprehend how, I don't know, how a place like this exists and still, it still exists in this sort of in the 21st century. Because again, it looks so old. It looks like something that it shouldn't exist in our modern sort of life. If you compare this to, your average normal city and your normal sort of daily life with all the skyscrapers, all the cars and all the noise, all the people and all the streets and everything, so it's a bustle and, all the, our daily lives. And you compare that to something like this, and it's kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe a place like this still is able to exist. And that's not even, again, it's just crazy how two completely opposite things can exist at the same time. I don't know if exactly in the same country, but still, in the same area of the world or whatever, just in the world. It's just kind of insane that something so isolated in a way it can still exist with all that nature and all the waterfalls and all the caves and the woods and all of it. It just looks so ancient that you really do believe. I can tell why Scotland, I think it's just a bit of a mythical place, and there's just stories, all those stories about the fairies and I don't know, what other mythical creature? Elves, I think. Maybe probably not elves. I don't know if elves are that popular in Scotland, but I'm pretty sure fairies are pretty popular or were pretty popular over there, and all the changelings and all of that. So I can tell why people used to believe in those things, because if you were in, if you imagine living your life here in places like this, surrounded by all that beauty and all that sort of ancient quality and all those vibes that you can't really explain, you would also believe in fairies, basically, if you were also living in this place. If you were living in these woods, and if you were living in these incredible mountains that they're just so, I don't know, so incredibly epic, because everything looks so epic and everything looks so strange. Like, if you think about it, it's, oh my God, how can a place like this actually exist? And, we as humans are able to live here and cohabit with this incredible sort of thing that nature has created. Again, you would probably feel as, oh my God, there's gonna be something, a mysterious quality of about this. There's an ancient creature, or there are other creatures that actually exist here as well. But it's just because, oh my God, again, how could you not? If you imagine living here, yes, you would also believe the whole story, all the fairies and everything. Yes, of course, someone comes and tells you, I think I saw a fairy. Yeah, have you looked at the woods? I would also believe it. I would be like, yeah, sure, where? I wouldn't ask questions. I would be like, yeah, sure, let's go. The castles as well. I loved all the castles. I think it's just the one that I don't know which one's my favorite, right? Actually, I think they were all incredibly beautiful. I was surprised by the one. It was the Alien. It wasn't that one, actually. I can't remember which one it was, because everything looks so old from the outside on all those stones, and it's incredibly well preserved. I would have loved to know a little bit more about the history of said castles, just because they look very old, but at the same time well preserved. So I'm surprised by, oh my God, how is this thing still standing after so many years? And that's not because, again, with nature and mountains and all of that, it's more likely for them to have survived because, again, it's a wood, or it's trees, it's valleys, it's mountains, it's lakes, and that, of course, I think that it has a better chance of standing the test of time, basically, and they pass the test of time. But castles, as any man-made infrastructure, it's basically, it's at the mercy of so many things. It's of other people. There were wars. I don't know, so many other things. So it's kind of crazy that they're still standing. So I want to know specifically when exactly was this built. But the other castle that it was the Dungian Castle. I don't really know, Dungian Castle. The whole, because from the outside it looks very old. Obviously it's a castle, but from the inside it looks quite modern. And I know it doesn't look modern in the sense of, oh wow, there's a computer and a TV and everything's made of glass, as so many infrastructures in this day and age and so many buildings. Everything, of course, looks very vintage and sort of retro looking, but not specifically. I'm expecting a medieval castle, from the outside with all those stones and all of that. I'm expecting sort of a dungeon style castle, because, oh my God, everything from the outside, that's how it looks like. But from the inside, it just looks like a normal sort of semi 21st century house. Let's put it that way. It's sort of, I was expecting from the outside to look completely different. But yes, I absolutely love it. All the castles that are still and the people that apparently the family still own this, is I want to know how exactly does it work? Because again, if that's the thing, as generations come along, you have more and more people. So it's, again, how do you spend a week there, and then in the next week the third cousins come, and how do they measure this? Maybe it's probably not actually, not that people live there specifically, but it's just maybe they use it as a museum or something like that. But obviously the family still owns it, but maybe it's more of a museum and not necessarily as if, oh, I live in the castle, and it's, wait, what? And if I'm a fourth cousin, do I'm still able to go, can I make my claim, hey, I'm a fourth cousin, can I go to here? And all the clan situations, I know that are still apparently very active in Scotland. I didn't really know that. I thought that was a little bit of something that was, not distinguished, but maybe again, because it's modern times, and, things like, again, how the clans, how big are the clans in this day and age? You have probably millions of people that are part of the same clan, because again, everyone descends from the same family. So again, as generations go along, you simply have more people. So I would love to know how the clan situation works, because it's everyone, right? So it's, oh yeah, you have for fifth cousins, sixth cousins, seventh cousins. How does the whole clan situation work? And apparently it's still very active. Is that if you are part of this clan, like, you will know, and maybe you're probably active in the community, I would assume. I don't know. The whole clan situation I find very interesting, and I would love to know more about it. And ultimately, yeah, the Sinclair Castle, I think it was probably my favorite one. It was the most ruined. I know it's ruins basically, but oh my god, all the fog and all those mountains. It's just, oh my god, can I live there? Probably not in the castle, but I would actually, I'd be the cliche of the humans coming along and ruin everything. I would build a house here for real. It's so incredibly beautiful next to the castle. You have the water. I don't know what ocean is this, or if this is a lake. I'm unsure what it is. But oh my god, all those mountains and all the fog and all those, oh my god, I love it. It's just beautiful. And if I were able, I would buy a plot of land right next to the castle, and I would build my house there. Again, no hesitation. Would do it in a heartbeat. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!